The New York Times-Sienna College poll out on October 12th showed Harris attracting about 78% support from black voters, down from support for Hillary Clinton in 2016 at 92%, or 90% support from the same demographic for Joe Biden in 2020. The poll also showing support up for Trump from 7% in 2016, when he was also on the ballot, to around 15% if the election were held today.
That both campaigns need to recognize about black male voters in the United States is that a sophisticated that to use politics to its goals. Although supported Democrats, including Biden and Obama in the past at really high rates, it's important to recognize that they are not a monolith, and their support must be earned. Policies, rhetoric, and performance that...
The polling showing that Trump gains have largely been among black men under the age of 50, with some 20% expected to support the former president in the election compared to 12% among black women. A concern underscored when former President Barack Obama campaigned for Harris in the critical swing state of Pennsylvania last Friday.
I'm speaking to men directly. Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down. That's not acceptable.
Recognizing the shift, Harris is using campaign appearances, policy pronouncements and interviews to appeal directly to black male voters.
Part of the challenge that I face is that they are trying to scare people away because they know they otherwise have nothing to run on. Ask Donald Trump what his plan is for black America. Ask him. I'll tell you what it is. Look at Project 2025. Project 2025 tells you the plan includes making police departments have stop and frisk policies. The plan includes making it more difficult for workers to receive overtime pay. The plan includes ending the ability of Medicare to negotiate drug prices. You know what we have done? He said he would. We did.
Trump campaigning Tuesday in the must-win state of Georgia, which Biden turned blue in 2020 for the first time in 28 years, honing in on the black and brown male vote.
Kamala's migrant invasion, and that's what it is also devastating our great African-American community, stealing American jobs, crushing wages, undercutting the voting power of our own citizens, and bringing drugs, crime, and death to our country. And the African-American community and the Hispanic community is being devastated with the job. But any African-American or Hispanic, and you know how well I'm doing there, that votes for, you got to have your head examined because they are really screwing you.
Man, you want that on white, red, or blue?
With some black male voters in Georgia expressing firm support for Trump.
Anybody that can say that they living better now than they was 4 years ago, I mean, I'll be happy to hear, how you're living better.
It comes down to my Christianity beliefs. I stand by that, pretty strongly. And I just believe that every policy that Trump is pushing is something that I hold true to from a value as well as a moral standpoint.
One of the reasons I think that it's important to vote for Trump is because I'm dissatisfied with our borders. I believe that those need to be secure and actually taken care of.
In an election currently viewed as a dead heat in some polling, every vote counts, as does every slice of a diverse U.S. electorate. Vice President Harris is seeing some support slippage among men in general and to a lesser degree black women. An aggregate of polling does point to her outperforming among white women, who represent about 40% of the entire electorate, with signs that younger white women in particular are shifting away from their majority support for the Republican Party, particularly over the question of reproductive rights and access to abortion, which, like the economy, remains a top election issue this cycle. That shift could prove as decisive for Harris's prospects as the increased support among black voters for Trump. Shervin Ricebees, SABC News, New York.